For further analysis, we're joined by Haytham Faraj. He's a political and security commentator, lawyer and retired Marine Corps officer. Haytham, thanks so much for being with us. So we've just been seeing live pictures of where the Israeli hostages are soon to be transferred to Israel. We've had confirmation that they've all been received by the Red Cross. We also know that President Trump is soon to start his speech at the Knesset. What's your appraisal of the events so far this morning? It's been running quite smoothly, but a lot of uncertainty ahead.
It's been running quite smoothly because what we have come to learn in negotiations with Israel is that the other side always keeps up its end of the bargain. And the reason it's running smoothly is because Hamas has committed to performing that which it is required to do under the agreement. It will not run so smoothly when we get to the parts that Israel has to execute. The next phase of the withdrawal, the targeted killings that I expect will continue to occur, either directly or through its proxies on the ground. And so what you're seeing now, the smooth operation that is that you're able to perceive, is a result of Hamas keeping its word.
Haytham, we have got Donald Trump, obviously, touchdown in Israel, has had a sizable input to what we're seeing unfold today, pressure exerted on Netanyahu. But what leverage or influence does the US president have from here? As you say, Hamas has held up its end of the bargain. We've seen this again a year ago when this, months ago, when this same offer was tabled. Hamas accepted it, and of course Netanyahu did not. So beyond this morning's exchange, what do you anticipate will happen, and how much influence will Donald Trump have in what comes next?
It's important to note that this is not a new plan and that this could have been executed and tens of thousands of lives could have been saved. The hurdle here was not Hamas. What you're seeing is a product of a strategic change in the way the world sees Israel. Over 150 nations, I believe, at this point have recognized the Palestinian state. The most recent New York Times polls suggest that well over 50% of Americans oppose the ongoing policies and aid to Israel. Those numbers are much higher around the world. And so the reason we have an agreement now is because Zionists like Jared Kushner, and I'm not sure if Witkoff is a Zionist, but he's certainly an ally of Israel, and President Trump, have come to recognize that Israel is on the edge of a serious strategic defeat in the world. And I'm not talking about battles on the ground, but I'm talking about public opinion around the world. And so this plan is being executed today, or accepted a few days ago, to save Israel, not to save the Palestinian people or Hamas or to help the Palestinians. This is all about Israel. I will repeat that this was on the table many months ago, and it was Israel that rejected it, not Hamas.
And this 20-point plan that Donald Trump has come up with, Haytham, so many questions still over how this will be implemented. What is your view on that? And all of the questions that we still have around the governing structure, the potential involvement of Tony Blair. I mean, what do you make of what comes next here?
Look, the only thing in the 20-point peace plan that gives me some level of comfort is the commitment not to militarily, now that I don't know why Hamas agreed to that word, not to militarily force any Gazans or Palestinians out of Gaza, and the commitment that Israel will not annex or occupy Gaza long term. But there are no deadlines. And so we have seen that Israel is very capable of making life miserable in Gaza. And so a family faced with starvation or remaining on the ground might just opt to leave Gaza. And that's not military force, that's just starvation. And so there's some serious issues with a 20-point plan. I just don't trust Israel. I don't know why anyone would trust Israel. We saw the consequences of the agreement after the war with Lebanon. We have come to learn that Israel does not keep its word, and neither does the United States, for that matter. I mean, this is the same president that broke the deal with Iran after the U.S. committed to the nuclear deal. This is the same president that tricked Iran into believing that there'd be negotiations on a Sunday, and he attacked on a Friday. And so the person negotiating with Israel, or the country negotiating with Israel and the United States, need to understand, need to take a page from history. And it begins all the way back with the Native Americans who had suffered at the hands of the colonialist white settler for decades and decades, hundreds of treaties broken, and we continue to have that plan. Look, the United States respects power. Just because it makes a deal doesn't mean it's going to keep its word, and we know Israel doesn't.
Haytham Faraj, thank you so much.